Hi guys, Miss Bloom here again. This is our reading lesson for May 3rd, 2021. Again, we are still in our packet of materials for day 1. This is the reading part. Today we're going to talk about things, or start talking about things in the ocean, or things near the ocean. And one of the most, I think, amazing creatures that we can actually have as pets from the ocean are hermit crabs. Now, a hermit crab is a type of crustacean, and a crustacean means that it has a shell. It has a shell that that is also their home. They crawl in it and live in it when they need to rest or they fear what is around them. So, what are we going to talk about in this passage? Okay, yes, we're going to talk about hermit crabs. So I'm going to take my highlighter, and you could take your yellow marker. You can pause if you need to and get that. You will need a pencil so we can answer some questions. And again, we are talking about hermit crabs, so this whole passage will be about, or should be about, hermit crabs. What type of passage is this? Is this a fiction or non-fiction text? Right, it is non-fiction. We call non-fiction informational text. So if you want to write that down, informational text. Again, we have a picture here of a hermit crab. So they are using a text feature of a picture. What other text features do you see if you look at this? I see a title. There's a title. I see bold words, which means it must be important. You've got crustacean, you've got vulnerable. Here we have active, species. I see a subtitle, fast fact. I see another picture. So those are all text features that you might find in a informational text, and we did find them here. All right, so let's go ahead and continue reading. We found out that they crawl and live in their home, and they pull it inside when they're scared or they fear anything. They have a long body and long legs that are very soft. Their bodies are quite vulnerable, and that is why they have to rely on that shell to offer them plenty of protection. So that hard shell is going to help protect their soft bodies. They tend to be in their shells during the day, but then come out at night and can be very active. The size of them will vary based on the species. Now, species means the different types of hermit crabs. Some of them are extremely tiny, but the largest are about the size of a coconut. They can vary in color too, but they are usually light brown or a shade of gray. All right, our subtitle is giving us a fast fact. Fast fact. Hermit crabs cannot bite because they don't have any teeth. However, they do have the ability to pinch. They will do so if they feel that they are in danger and they aren't able to coil up in their shell. I have never had a hermit crab as a pet, but I think I'd kind of like one. All right, let's go on to the next page. Oh, that's all for that one. All right, they don't say it here, but a hermit crab, as it grows, has to change shells because the shell doesn't get bigger, but they have to, and they don't grow their own shells. They have to kind of find a shell to get into. All right, highlight each question in one color and highlight the evidence to prove your answer from the article with the same color as your question. So we need 2 colors. And I'm going to use orange or this highlighter. And what else can I use? Let's see. I thought I had another marker here. Well, it's not a... Okay. Well, let's see what I've got over here. I'll just use pen. All right. So highlight each question in one color. Highlight the evidence to prove your answer from the article with the same color as your question. So the first question is, how is a hermit crab's shell important for its survival? So we're going to look back at our hermit crab paper. How is a hermit crab's shell important to its survival? All right, so we're going to look through here. It has a shell, so if we skim, we can see that it's a crustacean. It has a shell. It's also their home. They crawl in it to live. When they need to rest or they fear what is around them, they have long bodies. Their bodies are quite vulnerable, and that is why they have to rely on that shell to offer them plenty of protection. All right, so they rely on the shell to offer them plenty of protection. That is the reason that they need the shell. Okay, so we're going to highlight that. And then we're going to go back, and you can always back up the video if I'm going too fast. It says, how is it hermit crab shell important for survival? The hermit crab relies on its shell for protection, is the answer. The hermit crab relies on its shell for protection. For my second question, I'm going to use yellow. What size and color can hermit crabs become? What size and color can hermit crabs become? Okay, looking back. Let's see, where does it mention color? All right, I'm looking for, when I look at my paper, I'm looking for the word color, because I know if I find color, then somewhere, there it is, somewhere they're going to tell me about my question. So, it says here, they can vary in color, but they're usually light brown or a shade of gray. So that's the answer to our second question. They vary in color, but they're usually light brown or a shade of gray. So now we're going to go back to our questions. What size and color can hermit crabs become? All right. Their size and color vary, but they are usually light brown or gray. Their size and color vary, but they're usually light brown or gray. If you need to stop the video to copy that, you can do so, and then you can start it back up. All right, then we're going to the last page. Highlight each question in one color, and then of course the second question in a different color. Should people be afraid of hermit crabs biting them? All right, should people be afraid of hermit crabs biting them? So I'm gonna go back to my other color. Okay, and if I look back at my passage, I think I remember that being towards the bottom. You see it? That's right. Hermit crabs cannot bite because they don't have any teeth. So people shouldn't be worried about them biting them if they don't have any teeth, right? Okay, so let's go back to our question. All right. Should people be afraid of hermit crabs biting them? No. Hermit crabs have no teeth. Hermit crabs have no teeth. Draw a picture of what a hermit crab might do if it was in danger. Now I'm going to leave that one for you to complete on your own. What might they do if they were in danger? Draw a picture. See some good pictures. Okay, well, we have talked about our informational text, and our creature from the ocean today was the hermit crab. If you would like, you can always check and see if you can find a kid-friendly video about hermit crabs. I think they're very unusual animals. Maybe some of you have a hermit crab as a pet. So if you have a hermit crab as a pet, maybe you could take a little video of it and send it to me, and then I could show it to all the other students. Okay, well, that's it for today. This is your reading lesson for today. Again, we are going to meet at 12 o'clock to go over any questions you might have about your assignments. So you guys have a wonderful break until we do that, or if you're watching this later on, I hope you've had a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.